Good evening. Welcome to our stream of Rocket League. We're going to be having two games tonight, I believe, our Academy team and our Varsity team. The first game is against Marietta College, and this is going to be interesting because I believe this is after the regular season. So.
Yeah, we're in tournament.
Yeah, so this is do or die right now. So they have been practicing. We had a bunch of scrims going into it, so this is going to be interesting to see how they approach this game here tonight. And the
my
second
socks
game
on inside out.
and the second game is against St. Clair. So that is another elimination game. So that's going to be an interesting one to see how they come back from, I believe, losing their last game, if I'm not wrong. But
they got this.
yeah,
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah,
we've had a week off.
Exactly.
Nothing going on for like
everybody's
anybody.
Refreshed a little bit. They got a little bit of time to just actually breathe and
do homework.
Catch up with work. Exactly. Yeah. Not just play some Rocket League and try to make it to the playoffs. But we're here now, and I think they're going to be looking forward to this. To be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
Even in the scrims like that they were participating in, it was they were trying new things compared to like what they were doing before with their rotations, obviously, because that's one of the biggest aspects of when you play
we're in game.
Well,
we are in game.
Yeah, we began our first game, best of 7 here. Let's see how this goes. Shadowish taking it up the wall, getting a bump on Shank, but the touch is centered into Gorsuch. But yeah, nice little save from Nightshade there, and no real one-sided possession at the moment, but just back and forth looking for an opportunity, and oh my god, this is absolutely insane. They almost score, but it ends up not going in. The Crakes are trying to contest it there, but Shank actually overtaking him. Nightshade backwards here, but he might be able to pursue this after. Gets a nice little touch, is going to stay with it. Shank centers it and still has possession, and he hits it over Shadowish, but Craigster gets a nice little possession touch off, but Claudon is there to intercept it and gets a top left shot off with a minute played here. 1-0 Marietta.
That was a really good corner shot.
Yeah.
Actually, that was tricky.
He got the angle, like,
Yeah.
Craigster tried to
if you
clear
get
it
the
out.
right angle, it's kind of hard to like even save it.
Yeah, because you're kind of in an awkward position after, so it's like, unless you get really lucky, it's like kind of hard to stop stuff like that. But possession here kind of just swaying back and forth again. Nightshade centering the ball, but nobody to finish it off because Craigster is waiting for the mid-touch here. Ball goes backwards. Shank gets a touch, passes it towards Korsich, and I think Shadowish gets a misclick there.
It happens to the best of us.
It really does, and he gets demo. That's honestly the worst feelings when you're really in an intense game where it's like you're down one and all of a sudden you hit the wrong button and then you get demoed, and now you have to be out of the fight for a little bit, you know. And Nightshade getting bumped there. As we can see, they're not letting up the ball here, kind of maintaining pressure, just rotating a little bit more efficiently.
We're really being forced to play really defensive right now, because their pressure is kind of on. That was a nice little shot there.
Yeah, they almost let one loose there, but I think their defense is kind of on point at the moment. Two of them are back, had boost. The third one goes for the demo.
Oh, he missed. It's okay.
Shank comes in, gets a nice little touchdown, but Craigster is there to kind of just stop it. He goes for the 50, he wins the 50, and centers the ball out, where Nightshade gets a bump on him and also the 50. He's trying to center it, and no one to finish it off, unfortunately. But Shadow was taking a touch to the left, just waiting to see what happens. Gets 50, and the ball's up in front of the goal, and that, unfortunately, looks like that was an own goal. Yep, he went up for it, tried to clear out to the left, but gets a touch backwards, unfortunately. But with almost 3 minutes played, the score is 2-0 in the favor of Marietta. Nightshade going for a nice little touch. He gets it over two people, and the Craigster there to finish it off.
That's
They're
really good teamwork.
Back. Exactly. Right off the kickoff, they go for a fast play and gets a nice little touch over two defenders. Shawnee State answer back pretty quickly. 4 seconds in that play, and the score is now 1-2. Not a bad 50, and Shadowish actually just
That's
coming in.
awesome. That was a good shot.
Shooting it from mid and getting a nice touch here. Yup, right over. 2-2, a minute 53 left in game one here. All of a sudden, the game is completely even.
That's how Rocket League works.
Yeah, it honestly
1 second
is
you could
very
be one
insane.
way, the other second it's the other way.
It's pretty insane because, like, you're like,
We want it to go
like,
our way.
There we go.
Is
Like,
what's happening.
another goal. Like, they're not letting up anymore. They're kind of pressuring much better. They're kind of, you know, feeling like
Yeah, the
getting
pressure's
that
on
groove.
now.
Exactly.
I feel like we were playing really defensive and not really pressuring the other team.
Yeah.
And now we're actually shooting shots, and they have to keep trying to block them, and eventually you run out of blockers if you block enough of them. If you just keep shooting at the goal, you're pretty much bound to get in.
That is true. If you keep the pressure up, it's kind of hard to really get out of that drain, like, boost state where, like, you just used all of your boost up trying to like stop all the previous shots. So, and that's kind of what they're trying to do. Get the demo off, and Shadowish coming in with a boomer. Absolutely an insane play right there, as you see. He gets the demo off, and Shadowish just bottom left. Just gets a nice.
I feel like we're copying what they
shot.
were doing previously.
Yeah,
because
the tides
they
have
were getting
really
their
switched.
demos, and they were passing it to each other, setting it up all nice, working together,
That's
and
true.
now
Shawnee's kind of finding their groove. They're just a little warmed up now, so it's their chemistry is coming into play where they know how they play and kind of just work off each other, as you see here. Shadowish up for it. He's going to try and play it all the way down, almost getting another goal, but now Marietta on the offense fails to get a decent touch forward, but with 50 seconds left, 4-2 to score in favor of Shawnee State, and the pressure is just non-stop, as you see there. The Tracer getting a beautiful touch there, but not being able to follow it up. But they go for the boom attempt, don't really get it, and now Shawnee's just trying to clear the ball out of their half. But spot on, getting a nice shot, and I think them not having boost or the positioning that they were in kind of cost them there. As we see, he almost saved it actually, and just couldn't get there fast enough. 22 seconds left. 4-3 in game one. Shawnee State up by 1 at the moment, but even 20 seconds is enough to score 2 goals, as we saw earlier. So no team can really let up.
I don't think we're gonna let that happen though.
Yeah, like Nightshade
he just boomed it across the field right into their goal.
Long shot. He saw the bounce and he launches it and beats both defenders again. 5-3, 11 seconds left, and this is looking like a good game one for Shawnee State. The kickoff, 2 people get sent, and the bounce is beautiful, straight towards their goal, and Shadowish just plays it down, almost scores another goal, but I think they're just going to let this play out here because there's no winning for Marietta at the moment. But that's game one going to Shawnee State University.
Good stuff, honestly.
Yeah, they honestly really picked up after the first minute. Honestly, they were just I think they were just warming up, you know.
Shadow cooked.
Yeah, Shadow did cook.
3 goals.
He was feeling it today. He was taking the long shots, as we saw. He was also just in the right position at pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm in the right place, the right
ball's
time.
Up and he's already up.
Yeah, he's already up.
Shooting.
He's there.
That's where the pressure comes in, where once you know each other's rotations and how you play off each other, you can kind of go for balls a little easier. So it's like
predict the future.
Exactly, play off each other, because the more you play, the more the chemistry builds, the more you just trust each other more. So it's like that's what they kind of did. The first minute they were warming up, kind of just hesitant to go for the ball. They weren't even slow. They were just kind of scared to go for it. But they kind of picked it up, just reversed the whole game plan. And let's see if they can keep it up in game 2 here.
Hey, if we just won 4 games in a row, I'm fine with that.
That is true, but as we see right there, 5 seconds in, and Marietta already scoring a screamer from the right side. But
they were just super ready. They were just super ready. We were
right off the bat is always kind of volatile. You know, it's always you don't have a lot of boost, but if somebody gets a good touch, you're kind of just in a much better position than the other team. But once you give them time to recuperate, they come back and start finding their groove again, going for the boom there. But it's a nice little bump. Ball played into the middle. Of course, it's getting a nice touch out. Shadow was just controlling it, flicking it over the second man, booming the third man, and getting the boost as well. He is on a menacing streak, turns around and also 50s it. He is not slowing down at the moment, and this is exactly what Shawnee needs. He goes for the ball there, doesn't get it, but he's already rotated all the way back, and his third man playing defense already. So he's already recovered his position, and now his team has to kind of help him out a little bit. Nightshade going for the ball here, forces the touch out. Claude on, booming it forward. Shadowish getting a nice little touch off onto the side, and also that was an exchange of demos where both blew up, which is kind of rare, but only happens in games that are kind of intense, as we can see here. They are going for demolitions a lot more than we saw in game 1. Sense a little bit of a beef brewing here, but we're honestly all for it. But 3 minutes 25 seconds left. only 1 goal up at the moment, but getting a nice touch off into the middle, almost scoring there. Gorsuch playing it off to the side, but his boost gets taken. He still has 54, but Shadow Wish plays it off to the side. He's gonna try and follow this as well, I believe. No, he falls back and just lets Nightshade go for it, which is way smarter. Craigster getting a boom off. Nightshade demos. Craigster plays it into the middle. Oh, shot
That
attempt.
was a cute little play they had going
yeah,
on.
they were kind of moving there. They were playing off each other, getting the demos, getting the boost steals. This is kind of what we're looking for.
Marietta was shaking in their boots
Yeah,
for
they
a second.
definitely were a little bit concerned there. But the attack's not over yet, because there comes the Craigster. Gets a nice little touch into the middle. Shadow Wish playing it again. Craigster, I think faking it, might be on purpose. Nightshade getting a touch off into the middle. Shadow Wish just playing it off to the side, taking his time, getting the boost. But the ball gets beaten, but the Craigster getting a beautiful touch, just playing it out of the danger zone, and just giving them some time to recuperate and go back to the ball here. Gorsuch getting a touch off over 1, but Nightshade is in the right position, just booming it over. And is going to try and contest here. Gets a decent contest, gets the last touch. Craigster playing it into the mid, looking for a touch. Gorsuch playing it, but I don't think he's going to be able to get to it in time. And Shadow Wish with a beautiful touch, getting a bump. Nightshade coming in. Shadow Wish trying for another bump there, but doesn't really get it because he's out of boost. Unfortunately, Craigster also doesn't have any boost, and he's not going to be able to follow that. Shank playing it back. Shadow Wish booming it to the side, trying to contest. Doesn't have any boost again, and they're completely drained at the moment, which might seem to be a problem.
It's in the net.
but they get a misclick again, and
misclick. Like
yeah,
how?
Shank. Oh, he was backwards, and he flips the wrong way. But that results in Craigster scoring for Shawnee State, leveling up the game with 1 minute and 30 left. Let's see how this plays out here. All of a sudden, we're level again, and honestly in momentum at this moment, because Shadow Wish getting the demo off. Ooh, Craigster trying to 50 it, doesn't really get a good 50, but Shadow Wish there to contest it twice, playing it back to the Craigster. He gets a little bit of a bump.
Oh!
Playing
Oh, that was mad!
Absolutely insane. He used the bump that he took from the enemies and used it against them, just perfectly setting up Nightshade there. But just a little bit wide there, unfortunately. Gorsuch getting a bump on Shadow Wish, but honestly not really gonna do much here, because even though Nightshade just got demoed, he got a pretty decent clear here just to let them do their thing. Oh, unfortunately Shadow Wish missing there, but Craigster in the right position waiting for it. Shank clears it, and Nightshade's going to try and contest it. Goes a little bit under, but Shadow Wish is in the right position here. Gets a decent 50 and tries to follow it. Doesn't really get the touch, but Craigster comes in and gets a decent pass here. Almost gets the flip reset, I think unintentionally, but Claudon playing it back. Kind of a nice pass to Nightshade here. But Shank...
We're about to go into overtime if the ball touches the ground in a couple seconds.
That's true. Let's see how this turns out, because this
Be a
is
good
still
thing
in
or
the
a bad
air here,
thing?
but no, honestly,
Because when it's sitting like this, though, in this first 10 seconds, you got to be on your toes.
that is true. But right now, we're kind of
It's looking good for us, though.
kind of
We have it on their side.
We're kind of
Yeah.
sprinting
Oh,
at the moment.
whoo! I was like, I was
Shadow
gonna be
Wish
like,
with
is
a
that
nice
it?
shot. That was on goal, but Shank in the right position. Backwards again. For some reason, Shank has been backwards a little bit too often in this game, but maybe he's just trying something and we're missing it. But Craigster's
Trying to get that back
turning
shot?
here.
Like the backward
I'm not
shot?
really sure. He's trying to. Ooh, Shadow Wish gets demoed. But yeah, I think he's trying to like get a backwards goal. He's trying to get achievements right now.
Achievement.
He's achievement farming us. This is insane. But a decent shot coming out from Gorsuch. And,
oh my goodness.
And clear by Shadow Wish, but Claudon is on the ball already. Craigster getting a beautiful 50, just clearing it out over Gorsuch, and Shank is the last one back. Shadow Wish going for the demo, not getting it because Shank goes off ball. And Claudon taking it here, beats the Craigster because he's in an awkward position. But Shadow Wish getting a decent pinch out Demo coming out from Cloudon on Nightshade here. They're kind of going for an aggressive play here, and it's seeming to work a little bit, but oh, the double touch might actually come in favor of Shawnee here. Gets a nice little clear, one man on it. He's gonna play a back corner, get the boost, try to play it, and he kind of misreads it and doesn't really get a good touch. It's centered here, and the pressure is still with Shawnee, but Craigster has no boost, and he attempts to contest there. Kind of getting a decent touch after, but let's see how they play off here, because they get the 50 in one corner, and now they're both in the same corner, and Cloudon is backwards now, but he gets a nice recovery there, and Korsich is centered here, and Cloudon with the demo, giving a near goal threat to Shawnee here. But now we're on the counter attack, getting a decent touch into the middle, where Craigster actually beats Korsich, but the 50 is in favor of Marietta there. The ball, Craigster is attempting to contest it here with 27 boost. Gets a decent bump off, and Nightshade is just in the right position, centering it, and Shadowish coming in here, just getting a beautiful bar down, but it's not in yet.
It's getting
This
in.
is a classic Rocket League moment, but Nightshade,
It's okay. As
shot
long as there's someone there
on
to
the
follow
top
that
right.
up, it's okay.
That's how it goes.
It's a little
'cause
scary.
They all go up, and Shadowish gets the essential 50 touch here, just to put it back up for Nightshade. And game 2 also goes to Shawnee State University, and that makes it 2-0 in the best of 7 here.
First to four.
This is an insane series at the moment, because that game was way closer than the first one, obviously, since it went into overtime. But even in overtime, it was so close from both teams. They both, I think, had 2 shots, and the third shot they took actually resulted in the goal, which Nightshade was in the right position for. But they seem to be in their groove at the moment, and they're feeling themselves. They're definitely warming up, and the chemistry is shining through, where they're playing off each other, going for plays more than just like trying to wait for that right opportunity on defense to score. But we're into game 3 here, and let's see if we can secure the third game here and be on game point already. Marietta not just gonna be silent though. Obviously, this game we already know what to expect. Both teams are going to be equally in possession of the ball, just playing it back and forth, and it all comes down to who makes the better team plays. Right now, Cloudon just playing it off to the side. Craigster trying to contest it, getting beaten. Shadow is trying to contest it, getting beaten, and Cloudon just scoring an absolute beauty. I'm not gonna lie, goes off, goes for the ceiling shot, gets the shot, and then hits it off the bounce. 1-0 with 34 seconds played there. Interesting to see Cloudon right off the bat kind of feeling more aggressive than usual. Nightshade going for a shot here, might get the double tap here, gets the beautiful touch, and answers back with an absolute screamer of his own, gets an absolute solid double tap, reads it perfectly. Shank not able to get a touch to defend it, and Nightshade beats all 3 that were just sat in goal.
There was I don't even know if there was any saving that. Someone would have had been right there where that ball landed.
That was perfectly timed, and he saw that he had a shot lined up as well, and he went for it. Cloudon not really having
Might
the
be
ball
able to get
here,
another shot.
Gets a beautiful touch, but Shank actually defending it this
Ball it
time.
up, hit the corner.
Craigster just goes a little bit wider than that, and here comes Nightshade with an answer of his own. Gets a decent touch. Craigster trying to read off the back ball here. Not really gonna get it, but Nightshade had to go, or Shadowish had to go for it, but that leaves the goal wide open, unfortunately. I believe that was sort of a double commit, but I think they realized that one of them had to go for it. They probably just didn't communicate it too well. But it's 3:43 left in game 3 here. Marietta with the lead again, 2-1, and this has been a pattern in almost every game where Shawnee has been trailing, but the last few minutes, they kind of come together and just possibly make a comeback. But they seem to be a little disoriented right now because they were all very close to each other there, unfortunately. Not waiting long enough for the rotation to take place before committing for that ball. But here we see how they're gonna come back from a 2-0 or a 2-goal deficit. The ball played in front of the goal. Shadow was just playing it off to the side. No real boost here, and the pressure is immense. Ooh, Nightshade with a beautiful demo, but Gracer not able to get a good shot because the second man missed the ball. But
was freestyling. Not really sure what that guy was doing.
Yeah, he went up the ball
there,
just trying to pull a crazy Zen moment, but didn't really work out.
Look at him go! Look at him go!
He's taking his time, just going crazy. But here comes Shawnee with a decent attempt at just a pass and pass into the middle and just a shot. But now this is looking like a counterattack from Marietta, but Shadow Wish just getting a decent touch off, trying to follow it, going weird and centers it, but kind of centers it for Shank, and Claudon just getting a beautiful shot there. That's what happens. That was centered, and then Shank just got the crucial demo there after the touch here. And that was just an open net pretty much at that point because there was no getting to that ball at that point. Game 3, 1-4, Marietta in the lead with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left here. Kind of shutting us out at the moment with the pressure just being completely constant. But if we can see some comeback goals right here in the next 40 seconds, we might be able to maybe force this into overtime because they are absolutely demo chasing and actually getting decent demos this time. Marietta having another chance here at goal, but Nightshade just waiting for his touch here. Gets a decent touch out. Still is contested by Claudon, who takes it right over Shadow Wish, who I think hasn't been as confident with his challenges this game so far, which might be because they're down a little bit, but they need to go on full-on offense at the moment if they hope to come back in this game. But the ball is still in their corner. Gracer with decent amount of boost just plays it off to the middle with nobody there to really assist him. Nightshade gets a nice touch off, is staying with the ball, goes with decent speed, and unfortunately doesn't get the touch, and
everyone also missed the touch.
Yeah, everybody committed for that ball, and this game might be going to Marietta with 57 seconds left here. That's game 3 at the moment with 57 seconds left, and this one was a little bit of a weird one because all the Shawnee players seem to be a little bit more hesitant to be going for a lot of these plays that they weren't really afraid to do before. But they're keeping the pace up, which is always a good sign. They're trying to keep the ball constantly moving, but Shadowish going for the touch off the backboard and doesn't really get it, with Nightshade getting a nice touch here. Going for another beauty, almost getting a double tap off the defender. Gets a decent bump here, and I believe Shadowish went for that. I'm not too sure with the camera angle, but touch off to the side, and this is looking to be a dangerous play. Goal completely wide open, and Marietta still not able to score for some reason. Maybe they were being nice, and
maybe they were being nice,
playing by mercy rule, and just didn't want to dunk on a blowout. But that's game 3 going to Marietta, making it 2-1. But we definitely were less on the offense that time, and didn't really see too much of like committing to the ball as we did before. Like, they're keeping the pace up and they're going fast, and the only thing is that the Marietta is just like way faster in getting the demos. All right, and Deuce making
Oh
an
my
absolute.
gosh.
He's ready. That shows that they're yeah, he's looking over here because he knows that we're watching him at the moment, and that's how you can tell they're not really too worried about this going into game 4 here because they know they have the lead. They just have to force another 2 games like they did the first 2. But I think they're going to be a lot more confident now because I think they're realizing that it's not going to work trying to just like be passive and just win the challenges because they're getting demoed a lot more. Like that, they just got bumped and the goal's completely open and Claudon getting the goal off. I think the rotations have been a little bit off there after the first 2 games, but I think they'll get their flow back here in a second. One 0, 12 seconds played, and Marietta looking pretty solid with their offense. And right there, almost scoring another goal, but nothing really coming of it. Claudon gets a decent fake 50 off, but this is actually in favor of Shawnee at the moment. Gorsuch trying to play it off in the middle, not getting a decent touch. Nightshade playing it off in the middle now. Shank, ooh, Shank forces a touch off, but that might not be too good for them because Shadow Wish is ready to just dunk it in off the rebound here because it avoids Craigster from getting his shot off, but it also doesn't leave anybody in goal to defend Shadow Wish's shot right there. 45 seconds gone, 1-1. Shawnee answers back with an absolute screamer, showing that they're still very much in this game. But getting a decent bump, but Shank actually recovers better than expected and gets a decent follow touch just to keep the pressure up. Shadow Wish playing it off to the side, getting a 50 off. But Claudon just has the right angle, and even though there's 2 people in goal, they're not really at the right angle to be able to make a save here, as we can see. Another 20 seconds played, and 2-1 Marietta College. Ooh, Cracer 50ing backwards. Not bad though, because Nightshade is able to get the boost and take his time with it, but almost going in. Kind of being good for Nightshade here though, because he's right in the right position, gets the last guy's boost. Gorsuch getting boomed into the air. Cracer's going to try and just center this here. Gets bumped, but the ball somehow makes it past the second man. Gets a demo off, plays it to the middle. Shadowish attempts to go, but he's a little too slow for it. Nightshade playing it down to Craigster. Craigster following it up, and it's very close to being in, and Nightshade coming back and capitalizing off that beautiful pass play. Craigster just getting a beautiful touch exactly on the crossbar, which redirects and comes towards the middle, where Nightshade is just able to shoot it with the front of his car. 2-2, 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in game 4 here.
That's a lot of time.
That is a lot of time.
Lots of things could happen in 3 minutes.
That's true. We haven't even played 3 minutes in total, and there's been 4 goals scored. So there's always a chance in the next 2 minutes one team scores 4 goals. You know, so it's always interesting to see how well a team is able to keep up against pressure. But there's the classic shot by Nightshade, kind of like Shadow Wish from earlier games, just taking a beautiful long shot over the last 2 mans as they see they're displaced because they bumped into each other there. 3-2, taking the lead, 2 minutes 51 seconds, and sitting a little bit comfortably at the moment, just 1 goal between the 2 teams, but the possession has mostly been of Shawnee. Right there, get a decent touch off, but both of them go again. Might not be bad because Shadow Wish was up for that ball way faster than expected. Cracer getting a shot off, but it unfortunately hits the crossbar and plays out, and now Marietta are on the attack. But Nightshade just taking his time, playing it middle to Shadowish. Claudon playing it off to his friend Korsich, who takes the boost of Backman. But here comes a big shot, and Nightshade almost gets the craziest shot off. Quakester getting bumped here, unfortunately, killing the whole momentum of the play. But Nightshade's still in it to keep the ball on the opposition side. Ball getting played to the middle. Quakester playing it up to the side, getting 50'd. And this is kind of looking scary for Shawnee because that's a shot coming off. But Quakester with an amazing save. But the ball gets played back into the middle. Shadowish doesn't get the touch, but Nightshade gets a decent settle where he's able to just kill the momentum of the ball. But Shank is coming in looking scary here. Just plays it off down to Claudon. And
Claudon sounds like a Pokemon name.
Yeah, it kind of does. It sounds like Crawdon. Like the crab Pokemon. It kind of sounds like that, Claudon.
I wonder if that's what
it sounds like a Pal World Pokemon, you know, where it's like they're not
Pokemon.
Yeah, they're not trying to sound like Pokemon, but it's clearly Pokemon. But yeah, he definitely has been on top of his stuff. Just kind of second game was where he kind of showed out just how mechanical he was, being insanely on top of things, just not letting Shawnee clear the ball or have shots open. But second game, it's kind of been more of an even battle where as we can see there, the chase attempts are still going. Not as many demos this game either, because both teams are moving a lot faster, going for each other a lot more frequently. So it's becoming an expected behavior. But beautiful touch into the middle. Korsich almost double tapping in for their fourth goal, but this is played out and it's double committed, and Shadowish might have a decent shot here. Quakester going for the demo, getting the beautiful demo play, making it 4-3 with 36 seconds left. This is what we love to see. Quakester sees that his teammate just got a beautiful shot off and there's one man back, so he instantly goes for the demolition and gets it. That pretty much might have secured game 4 for Shawnee here. Let's see how Marietta is able to answer back if they are.
Play keep away for 30 seconds.
30 seconds, exactly. And not a lot of them have boost at the moment. So if they're just able to keep the ball in the air and kind of just let it like have a more flight time than usual, they kind of just secure their W. But they're actually going to go for the extra nail in the coffin, just secure the dub here, keep the pressure up. Because but the ball gets played off, played off to the side. Isn't really a shot attempt at the moment, but they're trying to keep it up. Korsich is chasing it with no boost at all, and Nightshade just throws it across and secures the fourth game, making it 3-1 in the series. That right there, they're on game point now. All they need to do is just secure out the last game, and they win the whole series. And this is what they've been training for. This is what they've been playing together for. Just blowout series almost, where they feel confident with how they play with each other. And we're getting to see some of that here with the demo plays and the redirect plays. They seem to be pretty chill at the moment.
Yeah, they're just chilling, checking their notifications.
Like I said, they weren't too worried after the first loss. We saw Nightshade just kind of goofing off, just keeping the spirits up, not letting team feel down in morale. But I'm sure they're gonna be looking for the exact same thing now in Game 5, and we are underway at the moment with potentially the last game of Academy tonight, because if they win right here, they secure the win in the whole series and they move on. So let's see how they plan to do that. Ooh, Nightshade trying to go for the ball there. Doesn't really get the right touch. Flips the wrong way, but nothing harmful comes of it. Except now Korsich almost getting a decent touch into the middle, but missing it just by a little bit. Nightshade getting their boost, turning for the ball here, and he's going to try and pass it into the middle where Quakester is waiting. Goes over Quakester, but Shadowish getting bumped out and Claudon turning for it. Almost conceding the first goal off that play, but Nightshade now in possession of the ball, doesn't really have boost, tries to flip into it, and actually works out pretty well because he gets the goalie out of goal. There's no one to follow the shot up. Shadowish getting a touch onto the side. He's going to try and center it. Ball gets centered pretty well. Nobody to follow, but Gregster getting a shot off. And even though he had no boost, his positioning in that moment was very crucial because he uses all of his boost from getting mid boost there and turning immediately. A minute played there and 1 goal to Shawnee. This is ideal situation that Shawnee wants to be in, where they get the lead off the bat and they're able to hold on to it. Hopefully, that's the game plan. As you can see here, the pressure is constant and they're not really letting up. But of course, he's getting a decent touch off into the side, but Gregster getting a clear over 2 defenders. Shadowish with the save. But in comes another decent pass. Wasn't really a shot, but his teammate was in the right position to make it a dangerous shot there. Gregster getting the boost, challenging the ball. Shadowish going up, getting a decent 50 out, and Shank tries to stop it, but ends up centering it for Shawnee. Gregster getting a decent 50, and so does Nightshade with Claude on. Shadowish playing it center, booming Korsich, and the ball is just hanging in front of the enemy goal at the moment. Gregster getting a decent touch off to the side, saving his flip to the last possible second there. Comes in, Nightshade gets a decent touch off. Shadowish being the third man.
They're playing pass from across the map right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're just playing pass, and then the second guy goes demos, and that's what kind of Marietta's doing, as we see right here. Shank has demoed 1 man, and on the way back there, he was also attempting another demo. But now in the lead, Gregster here. Shank getting a decent touch off, playing the third man, and goes over Nightshade, but he gets a decent touch not to just leave the goal wide open. Nightshade now in possession, but Korsich almost beats him to the ball. Ball is playing to the middle. Shadowish getting a decent touch and kind of awkward at the moment. Oh, he tries to pass it to Nightshade there, but Nightshade just was not ready for it. But he comes in now and gets a decent boom off, and there's another boom. They said you demo my teammate and I'll demo your teammate. That's how it goes pretty much.
Seems fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That it's I wouldn't do it first, but if you do it, then we're gonna start doing it as much as you guys, because we can do just as many demos as required to score. And almost scoring there as I speak of scoring. Nightshade playing it middle, but nothing really gonna come of it. Gregster just gonna settle the ball here, plays it middle, stays with it, which is decent pace. He doesn't just play it off the wall and let it go. But Korsich getting a decent touch into the middle, Claude on scoring from it, and nice little passing play off the wall. We see from Marietta here, right over Nightshade, unfortunately, making it 1-1 with 1:25 left. Not the worst situation and not the most complex situation Shawnee's been in tonight. So this is not the worst situation you can be in at the moment, but they definitely would like to get the ball out of their half at the moment, and they kind of succeed in doing so. Gregster staying with the ball, almost getting another beautiful touch. Nightshade just playing it right over 1 man, but Korsich is there. Shadowish getting a beautiful 50, ball just dropping down. Nightshade almost just getting one of the nastiest redirect we would have ever seen, but the ball is saved by Claude on there. Nightshade kind of just shadow defensing here, might be bad here, but Gregster with a beautiful save, just taking his time, getting the boost, playing it over 2 people, but Korsich beating the second man for Shawnee. Shadow getting a decent touch, 2 people go for it and miss, and he gets a boom. Gregster coming in here and might be able to get a decent pass here. Gets it past 1, but Claudon just plays it over 2 people, and now all of a sudden Shawnee are on defense, and Shank is able to score with 16 seconds left in the game. This just got a whole lot more intense in the last 1 minute.
Yeah, the last 16 seconds.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
If we can tie it up in 16 seconds, that'd be lovely. But
yeah, that would be tough though.
Just gotta keep the ball in the air. actually.
Yeah, right now the ball is fully in possession of Marietta, but with 2 seconds left, if they can keep this up at the moment, they might have a chance, but they just let it touch the ground, unfortunately, and that makes it 3-2. So fifth game goes to Marietta. They get an answer back their L with another W. So let's see if they can make it 3-3 here and possibly force game 7, or if game 6 is where Shawnee steals it and they win it all. But as you can see here, the varsity team has arrived and they're warming up as we wait for game 6 to begin between Shawnee and Marietta. The second game is between St. Clair and Shawnee, and I believe St. Clair is one of the really good teams in the whole tournament, so it's going to be a tough game, but that's kind of what you expect at this point in the tournament, where every team that's in the playoffs are, they pretty much fought their way to be there, so like it's kind of to be expected to be playing tough teams. But we've also been preparing, so it's not like we're just gonna sit here and just take it. So it's gonna be interesting to see how game 6 pans out here, and if Shawnee wins, that's they secure the series. If the other team wins, if Marietta is able to pull out game 7, then it's pretty much all up for grabs at that point, where even like 1 or 2 misplays can kind of just decide the whole series. And at that point, that's kind of all you can ask for, where you play a series where it comes down to that close of statistics, where like just like double committing once or twice costs you the whole series, which as a team is probably the worst thing that can happen at a series stage like this, where they're playing off to like advance in a crucial stage of the tournament. So let's see how game 6 pans out here. Possession kind of swinging back and forth again. Nightshade going for the demo, doesn't really get it, but displaces the opponent just enough to get a decent shot off. Claudon getting a last second save, hitting it against the backboard, just kind of clearing it out. Shadowish takes a touch here, beats one, but doesn't expect Korsich to just be right behind it. Ball is still clear at the moment though, and Shank just tries to get a touch off, doesn't really get it, and Claudon, the second man, gets demoed. So this is going to be Shawnee State's possession here, and it's going to be interesting to see how they try to get this ball out and not just be in a defensive position. Nightshade getting a decent touch, but it gets stopped by Shank, and Korsich demo might have actually saved the goal there, as now it completely negates a third man pressure. But Claudon and oh, almost getting an absolute screamer there, but Claudon and Shank were doing a decent job just kind of keeping the pressure alive right there, as you saw. Not really a strong or fast shot, but in a position where if you're not facing the right way, you're not getting to the ball pretty much. But 50 coming out by Shadowish here, forcing the ball into middle. 2 minutes played in this game here, and right now scoreless, but it's in Marietta's side at the moment, and it's getting forced almost a very accidental play there, but Shadowish off the backboard here, waiting to be of use to defend when his turn's up, but Claudon just playing it over the half, and Shadowish able to just get a touch off, not letting it drop in front of the goal. He's going to try and chase it here, getting bumped off the ball. Claudon turns for it, beats one, but Nightshade in the right position, but Korsich also in the right position, not letting it just fall right into the goal. Gracer getting a decent 50 off to the side, where Shadowish is ready to intercept and gets a decent touch again, shoots it almost, but uses all his boost in the process, and the goal is almost scored from Marietta, but just off to the side where the ball bounces, and now the attack is still on for Marietta at the moment. And Claudon just absolutely pulls off a squishy-like maneuver going off the roof of the goal, trying to bump the guy out of the way, but in turn doesn't really work out. NACE touching it over one man, but Shank in the right position to contest. And Quakester almost getting a decent touch, forcing the ball into their side. Oh, a misplay at the moment, but Shank with a decent touch to completely avoid any kind of attack opportunities that Shawnee had. Ooh, a shot coming off, but decent save by Korsich there. Shank playing it off to the side where at the moment he's trying to follow it up, but Shadow Wish with a shot and trying to follow it just takes off a little bit off angle, which cost the goal opportunity there. Quakester touching it off to the side, Shadow Wish following it up, getting a good 50. Played to the middle again, and Claudon getting beat, and Shadow Wish just in the right position.
There's 40 seconds left.
Yeah, 41 seconds. The whole game has been scoreless, and Shadow Wish just in the right position when he needed to be. A Shadow Wish special, if I do say so myself, just in the right position when needed in the last 40 seconds, as you see.
It's the magical power of the Bears.
Yep, they just gotta hold on to it now, and they're pretty much done for the night. But Shadow Wish keeping pressure still, getting another touch and getting the bump off. Quakester follows it, doesn't get the touch though. Claudon has somewhat of an open route there, but Shadow Wish saving it up again. Quakester booming it forward, gonna try and follow it, gets a good follow. Kind of just burning a few extra seconds here. Quakester getting a demo and displaces the goalkeeper. Shadow Wish doing the same again, and with 7 seconds left, this is looking kind of rough here, and all they gotta do now is just let it fall to the ground or force it to fall to the ground, and that's what they do. And
that's everything.
No game 7. Game 6 ends in 4-2, and the score was 1-0. Probably the most intense game we've had so far, but that secures the whole series for Shawnee State.
And we move on.
And we move to the next. We move to the next stage. So as you can see, they're pretty relieved now. They're happy that they ended it out. Didn't go to game 7, which would have gone either way, obviously. And that was an intense game because it was 1-0, as you saw, with 40 seconds remaining. Shadow Wish coming in with an absolute banger of a shot, like he does as usual. But that was our first broadcast for our game tonight against Marietta College, securing the dub 4-2, and we're gonna have a second game shortly with our varsity team playing St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, St.
So
Clair Saints.
Shawnee State Bears versus St. Clair Saints. Let's see who takes this dub, but we'll be back after a short break, and we'll have our second game.
Yep.
I am Travis Lynn, coach of esports here at Shawnee State University. I do teach video game design and I coach esports classes, but I also help coach and facilitate the entire esports program. Currently on Varsity, we have around 52 players on our roster. We support 6 different titles. They are League of Legends, Call of Duty, Hearthstone, Overwatch, Rocket League, and Smash Bros. We also support multiple teams at a club level, including Valorant and another Overwatch team, as well as allowing varsity players to play on some secondary lineups during our club program.
Hi, my name is Anissa Peoples. I'm the coordinator of athletics media here at Shawnee State University. I'm also an assistant with the esports team, and I run their inclusion committee. I have a really cool and unique experience with esports. I was a member of the inaugural varsity team in fall of 2018. I was a hitscan DPS player for the Overwatch team. After I left and finished my degree here, I got to come back as the assistant and start with just writing about the team and making sure we were promoted, and now I've kind of grown and taken a bigger role here at Shawnee State.
My name is Gwendolyn Bowman. My gamer tag is Obama, and I play Overwatch. Well, Overwatch 2 now. I come from a really small town where opportunities like this don't really exist. A lot of people play games, but there's no competitive scene and there's nothing really to do with it competitively. And when I came here to Shawnee State, I saw that we had a competitive scene for Overwatch. I had been playing Overwatch for about a year then, so I joined our club team, and I just instantly fell in love with the scene. My favorite part about competing here is, I'd say, the teamwork that we put into it. There are times where we will play against people that are much better, like mechanically skilled, but when it comes down to teamwork, they don't really work together as well as a team. Here at Shawnee State, the team is really like one tight-knit group.
My name is Thomas de Grauw. I play for the Shawnee League team and I'm from the Netherlands. Shawnee has impacted me in multiple ways. Like I said, the school is very including, they accept everyone and everything. They do a lot of activities around school which has me gotten into meeting new people and make new friends, especially like esports as well. Most of the guys I've never met before, and after 2-3 weeks they're like friends to me.
As much as I wanted to be a high-level competitor or an entertainer, helping others find their dream or find their passions is really what I like to do as a professor and as a coach, helping them elevate themselves to where they actually want to go, or anything goals that they want to achieve. Seeing them do those things, if it's winning a game or passing a test or getting through a class that they were struggling with, seeing the smiles on their faces when they go through those things is always the best part of it. I think it's important to have diversity in esports or in anything you do, because I've lived in many different states in the United States, and I always learn something new when I'm introduced to a new culture. I grow as a person when I learn from different people's backgrounds, understanding their perspectives and where they come from, and I want to make sure that everybody has that experience on the team as well. That's a big part of college in anyways, is to make sure that you get to meet people from different cultures, different backgrounds, different perspectives, and we can facilitate that in a group of people that are wanting to excel and level up. So we want to make sure that we continue to do that.
For people from marginalized communities, it's hard enough to be a gamer, and coming into maybe a collegiate program where you're already under stress, you're already trying to focus on your academics, you want to make sure that you have somewhere you can go and just let loose and go into your flow state and feel comfortable. And any way we can make that better is important. I'd like to think that I empower people, especially as somebody who has been brought in. I want to empower people who may not have a voice outside of this space, and I want to make sure they know that they're heard and give them a platform if needed.
People from different cultures, backgrounds, brings in more experience into a group which everyone can learn from. In my daily life, communication is very important, and playing video games, I've learned that communication is key. So that's how it's impacted my life the most, I think.
Gaming has changed my life because it's my #1 hobby. It's just something that I always constantly like to do. It's something that makes me happy.
Welcome back, and we're back with the interview for our academy team winners tonight. The Crakes are joining us.
Sure.
How you feeling after that dub, man?
I mean, yeah, it feels great. Obviously, first round of the tournament, first, kind of experience with the esports team.
Exactly.
Going to the tournament, winning first round.
First season already playoffs,
it
dude.
feels good.
That's like some dog stuff, dude.
Yeah, it feels good for sure.
And especially putting in all the work through the semester, obviously the season, just doing scrimmages, doing rotations and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously there's still misplays that are happening in double commits,
course,
obviously,
of course.
and we're aware of it, but
Yeah.
it's just seeing the positives of it actually pop off are
Yeah.
always
Oh, yeah.
rewarding,
Yeah, It feels good.
But I'm not sure who we are up against the next game, but
we're not sure.
we get to play next week, so
Yep, we're moving on.
we're against who? No, because now that we qualify, I'm not sure if we have an opponent next week yet or not, because it's the first day of the week, so
Yeah.
we might be one of the early rounds that have played.
Yeah.
But at least getting to play another week in the season is always, very nice.
Oh, yeah, of course.
know?
Yeah.
It's who?
All of it,
Yup,
Nazarene.
all of it, Nazarene Tigers.
Okay.
Okay, so April 8th
I think.
at 7 p.m.
Yeah,
That's
I
going
think
to be...
Did we play them already, too?
I'm not sure. Might have scrimmed, or in the
Maybe.
season you guys probably did play them.
Yeah.
I think you play every team at least once.
Yeah, I think we did play them.
Okay, so
You know.
it's revenge time,
Yeah,
yo,
we'll
because
see.
lost 3-0 in the regular season, but this ain't the regular season,
No,
man.
it's not.
We're at a different
playoff.
point,
Yeah,
exactly.
Different team in the playoffs.
Second round, not even
Second
like
round, yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
it's time to get some revenge. But what are your thoughts about like the other two? Like how were you like? Like how was your communications? What were your thoughts going into the? Because I see you guys were doing VOD review.
Yeah.
So like, how was the mindset going into this one?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, communication-wise, I think it's not something I would say we struggle with, but it's something it's like we're just kind of focusing on for ourselves and just playing the game. But you know, communication kind of picked itself up after the first or second game, and I think that helped us a little bit. So.
Right, because you guys were first game, like as we were talking about, like you guys were down 2, and then you like, just came back in like 20 seconds. That always helps with morale because it's we're getting kind of like dunked on at the moment. We're down. We gotta like get our momentum because that's what I noticed. Like the first like probably like a minute, you guys were like struggling a little bit, but then once you guys started grooving, it was just like playing off each other perfectly. Like you were already up for the ball when you needed to be, and like sometimes when Shadowish would go, you would be ready to be like the next man to go. So like it's always nice to see all the effort like that you guys put in like actually shine through. So join us again next week for the Academy game. We get to go another round, and we're gonna get our revenge this time. It's been Taku and the Craigster. Any last words?
You know, we're here to stay.
Yes, sir.
You know,
we're
see
here.
how far we can get. See if we can get a little revenge.
This
next
is the
week,
season.
So,
This is the season.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
You